top.
So you can see the pieces are coming through, and we've got a little bit of the pulp coming out now. And I mean, I'm not going particularly slow in juicing. So that's all my cucumber. This is my lemon going through. You'll see I've cut the pip bit off the end, but I've still got the skin on. And again, I'm just kind of dropping it in. I also have a bit of ginger that goes in with this, which I've forgotten to cut. It's quite a big piece of ginger. Again, I tend to cut this a little bit smaller because it's quite fibrous, but I'm not peeling it. So pop that through now. What I do tend to do, if I hear it start to get stuck, like it's not doing anything, I'll just hit reverse on it. But if you want to look at the pineapple, what I've done with the pineapple, now this is quite small pieces, and I do juice my skin, but I make sure you scrub the pineapple before you do that. And what I tend to do is put some pineapple through, and then follow it up with a bit of skin, which kind of pushes it through. I have found that if the pineapple's been in the fridge and it's cold, it juices slightly better than if it's been left on the side. And also, they're better if they're slightly underripe. So I put a bit of apple in through just to push my pineapple through. You can see we've still got pulp coming out. And I tend to keep the tap shut until it's nearly full anyway. So I'm just kind of alternating now with the pineapple and the apple and the pineapple skin. Just let some juice out because we're getting quite full. I don't know if you can pick up, but on my pulp outlet I am kind of getting half of it coming out and not the other half. Sometimes it does get a little bit clogged, in which case I just use the end of a teaspoon and sort of root around in there and pull it out. So I'll finish putting the rest of the fruit through, and then we can have a look on the inside. So I'll finish up with my apples. I tend to finish up with something that's quite hard, although these apples aren't that hard. And you'll see I'm not using the tamper at all, it's just dropping it into the shoe. And you can hear it going through. I tend to sometimes, I'll stop as well and just reverse it, just to make sure that everything's pushing around, because you still heard a bit of apple then, and then back on the normal route. And I can usually do about between 4 and 8 juices without it blocking up. However, that wasn't the case with my previous one. Right, so the trick is with these slow ones is to leave it running it for a little while, even after you've put the last bit through. As you can see coming through the sieve, it's still producing juice. Shut the tap down. And I'll just reverse it just to make sure, because you can hear the change in the motor. Right, so it looks like all my juice is finished. I'm just going to leave it running for a few more seconds because you can still see the juice coming through. The pulp has stopped coming out. Let the last of the juice out. Right, I'll shut that down now. What I'll do is I'll take the top off, and you can see I've got a bit of pulp in the top of the, in the bottom of the top bit. Then inside here, this is the auger. So if I take this out, if I can get it out, you can see there's a bit of pulp round it, but not a massive amount, and inside as well round the sieve. And normally what I would do is, before I dismantle it all, I would run a cup of cold water through it just to give it a rinse, and it makes it easier to clean, but I generally clean mine straight away anyway. So that's just one of the basic juices that I do. So hope that helps.